Hi everyone, welcome to another video in the series Where is the Data, where we go through all the different places where you can find your spatial data for analysis. Today we're going to be looking at cropscape, cropland data layer that basically provides the attributes or basically the specifics of the crops that are grown in the area. I believe this is the United States, so it has different data on different locations within the US. So there is a lot of data that is present that you can download, but obviously you should have your area of interest. And if you had started with us from the previous video, you know that we had selected our area of interest that was in California, I believe. So what we're going to do is we are going to upload our area of interest and download the data directly without having to manually view the data. They provide different years that you're able to download. So if you're working with a temporal analysis where you need data from different years, you're also able to select that. I believe our data was from 2022, and that's what we have. So let's go ahead. We should have the here where we're able to define our area of interest, but we also have the option right here to import our area of interest. So when we click here, they're going to give us the option, and it's quite interesting because they say that it must be compressed first of all, and without a directory path in a zip file. So this was a bit hard in the first, but let me just show you what I mean. That you can't really just download, you can't just upload any zip file. So this is our area of interest zipped. So if we try to upload it, and we'll see it has been successfully uploaded. Oh wow. So okay, so right now it's worked. I don't really recall how we zipped our file, but in case you get an error telling you about the file path, then there is a command. Let me just locate it and put it. I think I'll add it to the description in case you get an error of how to zip your file so that it doesn't have the path that is going to confuse it, I guess, which I think is pretty ridiculous, but that's how it works. So now that we have our area of interest selected, we can go ahead to view the data. So to see the attributes of our data, we have this bar here that we can click. We see 2022 cropland data layer, and we see the acreage, and we see the categories. I think you can also see a pie chart that shows the different, and as you can see, the largest was almonds, followed by this is grapes. Yeah, so that's a good visualization that you get of the crop distribution of the area. So we can go and also maybe say 2024 just to see what change there is in terms of the data. The green, was it still almond? I don't recall. Let's wait for it to load. So you're able to download this data and load it up in QGIS, and you can use it for your analysis to validate probably the expectation, or even the expectation of which crop is going to be most popular, I guess, and maybe also the distribution to see which is how the distribution is. So like let's say in 2024 we see the almonds was still it's actually pretty similar distribution. Now I'm curious with earlier years. Let's go to 2005. The color looks a bit like it was a dry season, so California actually got into irrigation. I don't want to say quite recently, but the area is usually quite dry, so some areas are dependent on irrigation. This actually does not look very promising. It looks like there is no estimate in 2005, maybe 2013. Why would they have it there? So I think in 2013 the grapes took the lead, but as you can see the pixel is quite pixelated, so it doesn't have a high spatial resolution, right? So the ground sampling distance is quite large. So to download this data, we have this file with a folder over here, and we're going to click on it. It gives us the option to select the year. We can also specify the projection zone. I think we were going with zone 11, WGS 84, frequency, select crop. We can do all of them. The mask 2019 to 24. You submit, and this should be able to download the data. Fail to reproject. Okay, you know what, let's not specify the projection, specify later. And error, no such file or directory. Okay, that is the C mask. Okay, what if we remove the mask? Please select the ears. Okay, I do not know why it is refusing. Okay, so it's gotten it, and KML, you can use it if you're specific with Google Earth Engine, but it's been downloaded as a zip. So let's try to upload it to our QGIS and see how it looks. So we can go to layer, we're gonna add layer, we're gonna add a raster layer. I am not a huge fan of working with Cropscape because you also have to download the attributes table separate. Okay, so NAD 83 to WGS 84. Okay. Alright, so it's actually already there. So it has a bounding box that is across the polygon, and basically if you look at the properties, it doesn't come with the property, so you have to join the properties on separately. So if you want a follow-up on how to load the attribute table, so the attribute table is basically going to be getting the CSV file. It's going to be, I believe it's going to be in the form of CSV because it's tabulated, and then we're going to reference the pixel value to the particular crop and probably the area size, and you can use that for your analysis. So thank you for watching, and that was it for today.